Hey y'all, JS Creations Art Sanity here, and today I'm going to do a fall Milky Way tumbler. So I went through all of my glitters, of course they're all glitter chimp, and just picked out some that reminded me of fall. I've got some ultrafine, I've got shaped glitter, that first one I showed you, Roll in the Hay, it's kind of tinseled glitter and it reminded me of hay rides. I've got some orange, cinnamon. I've got shaped glitter. I've got copper leaves. They look like maple leaves. And I've got apples. My favorite fall mixture from Glitter Chimp is the pumpkin spice. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's a mixology glitter, so it's got different shapes, or not shapes, cuts of glitter mixed in there. And it's got like different colors in it as well. So my tumbler here, this is a 30-ounce skinny Hogg tumbler. I'm so excited to start this cup that I decided to just use Mod Podge to lay my glitter down because all of my turners were full at the time. In hindsight, I probably should have just waited and used the epoxy method to put my glitter on, because I think using the epoxy would have made the glitter, especially the chunkier glitter, the shaped glitter, lay flatter on my tumbler. But anyway, in the end, it all worked out, so that's the main thing. So I just covered my whole tumbler with some Mod Podge and just sprinkling my glitters on kind of at an angle so they kind of twirl around the cup. No, I'm not getting full coverage. You can still see some of that rose gold base coat through the glitter, which I really like. And don't worry about everything mixed down there on the paper. I put all of that into a jar and use that in another project that I will have coming up soon. So once I get my cup covered, I leave it to dry. Now here I've already put a coat of epoxy over this glitter, but you can clearly see I have got chunks sticking out all over the place. You know, this glitter was kind of a pain in the ass a little bit here. So this is my second layer over this glitter. I put it on thick. I will put it back on my turner, leave it turning to cure. And then I sand it down really good. Now I do all that off camera because I do take it outside to do all this. I just use a sanding block. And for this particular cup here, I mean, that glitter was still sticking out of the second layer of epoxy. So I really sanded the hell out of this thing to get it smooth, which I will show you a picture of it here in a minute. Just sanded it until I had it all smooth, and then I cleaned it really good. So here you can tell this is all sanded. I cleaned it really good with 91% isopropyl alcohol, get all that dust off of there. And now I'm going to do the Milky Way effect on here. So first I am just going to put a coat of clear epoxy on here. Once I get a good coverage of the clear on, I will hit it with my torch to get any bubbles. I will put this on my turner, and then I'm going to, the rest of my epoxy I have here, I'm going to divide out into little Dixie cups so that I can mix I'm going to use 3 colors for this Milky Way. I'm going to use a white, orange, and red. So here we go. It looks like I've already got stuff in these cups, but I'm reusing my Dixie cups here. So yeah, you reuse your cups just as long as, you know, the previous stuff is 100% cured. So I just put enough epoxy in each of those to cover the bottom of the Dixie cup. And then using about a pea size or so of each of my acrylic paints and just mixing that into the epoxy. Once I have all of those mixed, I'm going to drape them over my tumbler. So I'll move you guys over to the tumbler here. And I did several cups with the epoxy that I had mixed up. So this was the last one that I was doing in my batch. So my epoxy is kind of starting to cure up on me. So here I am heating up the clear base coat of epoxy before I am draping my colors over. And there's no rhyme or reason here. I am just starting with the white, draping it until I think I have enough, moving on to the next color. I will come back in with the white. I just keep doing this, switching colors until I think I've got enough on there and I am liking it. And I don't want to do too much to where, of course, it covers all of that glitter underneath. So once I think I have enough, I will leave this turning. Now, usually you don't want to heat it anymore after you drape your colors on here because you don't want it to completely take over the whole cup. But like I said, I'm at my working time on this epoxy, so I really wasn't getting any movement of the colors around my cup. So I did come back in with my heat gun to kind of heat everything back up so that I could get a little bit of movement with my colors here. And then I'll cover it and leave it spinning to cure. So here it is cured. I'm really liking it except for those blobs of orange right there. But I'm going to break that up with a decal. I just made a decal. It just says Happy Fall Y'all with some yellow, I think it's holographic, or not yellow, orange holographic vinyl. I'll have everything linked in the description below. But so I just wiped the area that I'm going to put the decal on with an alcohol pad, put my decal on, and then I'm going to come in with some Mod Podge and cover up, seal in that decal. I do this now because I did have an instance where my vinyl actually came up in my resin on one of my projects. So from then on, I just started sealing it with Mod Podge. Put it back on my turner after the Mod Podge was cured and gave it my final coat of epoxy. Cleaned it all up. I do have a video on that I'll leave in listed below. And yeah, so here's the finished cup. So happy with how this come out. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this one. Until next time, see ya.